In this video, we'll be talking about some cops who faced consequences for their actions. Most of the cops on this list got sued and fired, so without any further delay, let's get started. The following incident occurred on November 29, 2022. You can see a cop harassing a man for being near a traffic stop. When the man revealed that his son was on the traffic stop, the cop just didn't care and just stated that the police don't like it when there are people near their traffic stops. He also added that they get paid for pulling people over, but the man had a perfect response and called him out on his inappropriate behavior.
Do you need to be behind this traffic stop?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
My son right there, he was following me to pull.
Okay, he's on a traffic stop, so you don't need to be behind it.
You gotta be mean.
Oh, I'm not being mean. We just don't like when people pull in behind us.
I don't like when they pull my car. There's nothing to it following.
That's what we get paid to do, to pull people over.
But you don't get paid to do.
Well, you don't either, okay? I don't gotta put up with your okay? I asked you a simple question, okay?
Hold on, man.
In fact, you need to leave now or you're gonna get charged. It's that easy. I'm recording too. I asked you a simple question. If you have attitude, that's your problem, okay?
You're pounding on my door.
Yeah, you saw me and you rolled your window up when I came.
Traffic stop.
Hold on a second, okay?
No.
You rolled your window up when I walked up, okay? So I knocked on your window, okay? You are not a cop. You don't need to be behind me.
The cop just didn't care and continued talking to the man in a rather aggressive tone. He told the man to leave and also told him that he was going to get charged if he didn't leave. After some more arguing, the cop left, but then another cop approached the man's vehicle and he too told him to leave. The man tried to do so, but the cop completely lost it at this point and told him to get out of the vehicle instead, treating him like the worst kind of criminal the whole time. He kept yelling at the man over and over, telling him to get out of the car. Not to mention that he also was holding him at gunpoint while doing so. Then the other cop returned with a taser. After a bit of struggle, they put him in cuffs and told him that he was under arrest.
Okay, so you need to leave
No,
right
I
now.
don't need to do anything.
You
I'm
got
on a
5
public
seconds
street.
to leave. Okay, there's no reason for you to be behind this traffic stop. No reason.
I'm
Okay,
on a public street.
no reason. Okay,
It's not a public
no
street.
reason.
Do I not pay
Okay,
taxes?
do you always stop behind cops when they pull people over?
I ain't stopped right behind it.
Okay, you don't need to be here.
I ain't
You don't
stopped
need to
right
be here.
behind it,
Okay,
sir.
you need to go.
No, I
Okay.
don't. I'm waiting on my son.
All right,
He's
fine.
right back to be here. I ain't
You don't
stopped
need
right
to be
behind
here.
it,
Okay,
sir.
you need to go.
No, I don't. I'm waiting on my son.
All right,
He's
fine.
my ride back to Wilson.
Leave. Leave. That's the part.
You can
Stay. 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 Hey, stop. Stop. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car.
What are you gonna do? You gonna?
SD4, give me the radio. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car.
Stop it now.
Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car.
Stop it now.
Get out the car.
Get out of the car.
Hey,
Now. What the hell do you think you're doing?
I ain't doing anything.
Okay. Now you're on a traffic stop and you're trying to drive away?
Get out the car. Call state. Get out the
Control has nothing to do with anything. Okay, they don't have jurisdiction over it. Get out of the car. No.
I got my truck.
Don't give a clear the car.
I just can't help.
Sit down is off.
Don't pull away from me.
I'm not.
You're gonna get lit up.
I'm not.
Okay, you're gonna get
You're
lit up.
breaking my arm, man. Hold on, I'm gonna get out.
Get out the car.
I'm complying.
Get out the
with
car.
you. Can you hold on? Can you guys
Get out.
Hold on.
Now.
I'm good now. I'm not.
You're under arrest.
I'm not.
Get out. Turn around and face the truck. You're under arrest.
Okay, guys.
Hands behind your
Settle
back.
down.
Once they got him out of the vehicle, they told him that he was going to jail because he thought that it was okay to roll up on a traffic stop. Then he yelled at the man and told him to turn around and face the truck. The man did what he was told, but that just wasn't enough for this tyrant cop who somehow thought it was okay to yell at the man from the top of his lungs without any reason whatsoever.
I'm going.
Put your hands.
I'm going peacefully, guys. I just.
Get back.
Hey, he's recording this case.
That's fine. He can record all he wants.
This is crazy, guys. You guys.
You do what you're told, all right? You think it's okay just to roll up on traffic stops
No,
and
I'm
not do what you're told? Now you go to jail.
That's all right. I'm a
Turn around and face the truck.
I'm already cuffed, man. You guys not listening. If you listen, you ain't get manhandled.
Now let's
Don't
go.
move.
Let's go.
That's great. You
You need to stay on the Get in the car.
Then the other cop threatened to tase him if he didn't get in the car, despite the fact that the man didn't resist and was heading towards the car anyway. Once they placed him inside the car, the cop asked him if he had a wallet with him and informed him that he was gonna search him. And then he yelled at the poor man some more, telling him to get out of the car, but the man didn't want to move.
Get in the car. Get in when you. I'm gonna tase you. Get in the car. Get in the
You have your wallet on you? Don't do that, man. I'm gonna get you out. I'm gonna pat search you. Now get out.
I got my wallet.
Get out now.
After a while, a sheriff arrived and the two cops started explaining to him what went down, basically making excuses for their inappropriate behavior.
Up to the car, trying to open the door. I said, get out the car, stop the car. He runs it while I'm holding on to the car. So I had him at gunpoint. Then he puts the car in reverse, backs up almost hits in the car while I'm still holding on to the car. And we tried getting him out of the car. He had the car in drive and he accelerated to get it.
We tried to get him out, and he was refusing. And then when we tried to put him in, he was refusing. So I tased him, and then I tried to get him out to pat search him and get his wallet because he wouldn't tell me anything. And then that's when you rolled up.
Okay.
I'm gonna get him over to the jail.
On April 2nd, 2023, the man filed a lawsuit against two police officers and Las Animas County Sheriff's Department, stating that he was violently and without jurisdiction assaulted at the traffic stop. According to the man's lawyer, the poor man was tased a total of 35 times with stuns to the body and even some to the face. To make matters even worse, the man's son witnessed this whole incident. Both officers are currently on administrative leave, but there are still no updates on the internal investigation pertaining to this matter. Don't let cops investigate cops, yeah? Hopefully, they'll get what they deserve after traumatizing this man and his son for life. Here we have a cop demanding to see these two people's driver's license because someone called and told the police that they were looking into some vehicles, which makes them suspicious persons. The man then asked him if that was a misdemeanor or a felony. The cop just stood there for a few seconds with nothing to say, and then he told the man to turn around and show him his hands.
Yeah, we're just walking.
Yeah, that's just the call that I got.
You need my driver's license?
Please.
Well, you're not driving.
Well, can I ask
It doesn't, because somebody said that y'all were looking in some vehicles. Somebody said they thought that y'all were looking in vehicles. That makes you a suspicious person. And I'm trying to get some identification.
Suspicious person, is that a misdemeanor or a felony?
Tell you what, you want to take your hands out of your back, face away from me?
He then informed them that they were going to be required to give him their identifications. The man then asked him a very legitimate question. He asked him if he was going to handcuff him, and the cop confirmed it. The man then started teaching this ignorant cop the law, but the cop just told him that they were being detained. They asked the cop to call the sergeant, but the cop revealed that he was actually a supervisor and then just continued to give unlawful orders. The man then continued to educate the cops by saying that suspicion is not a crime. He also called him out for making them stand there because he didn't know the law and dared him to arrest him. The cop then thought it was okay to reach into the man's pocket. The man had had enough at this point and asked the cop to call the chief. The cop then continued to harass the other man and asked him for his identification, but the man told him that he didn't have to give it to him because he wasn't lawfully arrested.
Down your back? Where do y'all want to start from? I'm asking for your identification. You're required to give it under these circumstances.
Are you going to handcuff me, or are you just going to treat me like crap for no reason?
Yes, I'm going to handcuff you unless you're going to give me your identification for failure to identify.
Okay, state of Texas, I only have to identify if I've been lawfully arrested.
You're detained right now.
Okay, state of Texas, I only have to identify myself if I've been lawfully arrested. That's 3802.
That's incorrect.
Corporal, you
you
don't
are
want to make a
detained.
mistake.
What's that?
Call your sergeant.
I'm a
Yeah.
supervisor.
Okay.
I'm asking for ID if y'all been caught as a suspicious person.
Okay.
I have suspicious grounds to detain y'all. Y'all are
Your body
detained.
cam is on. Just
My
Okay.
body cam is on.
tone this
I'm
down.
I understand that.
We don't
I'm
have to
asking
go
for
this route.
I'm asking
We're
for
just talking at this
identification.
point.
That's correct.
Just tone it down. Let's just talk this through.
I need some identification.
Okay, I asked you for what reason?
And I've already told you that.
And you're trying to cuff this guy for what?
Because failure to identify.
Okay, that's only if you're under arrest for a crime.
You are detained right now.
For what?
But I'm trying to do that without
Detained for what, sir?
For what crime?
suspicious activity. I'm trying to
Okay,
get you
that's not a
identified.
crime. It's not a misdemeanor. It's not a felony. Those are crimes. Suspicious activity is not a crime, and it's subjective. What you think is suspicious may be perfectly normal to me. So, I mean, if you're going to cuff me up, let's go.
Okay.
Don't have me standing here all day because you don't know the law. I haven't broken the law. Okay, you don't get to go into my pocket. Okay, you're man, oh man. The chief in his office?
Correct.
Okay, go live, Patrick. Okay, you do not get to go into my wallet and take that out. You don't get to go into my pockets unless you find a weapon.
Come on over here with me.
You really need to get the chief out here.
Up on him.
Be glad to.
Come with me. Take away from him. What are you doing? Get them flip. Here's your ID. Your identification.
He also revealed that they were just looking at the cars that were parked in public and told the cop that he didn't commit any crime.
You only have to identify yourself if you're lawfully arrested. Not detained.
Take away from him.
Dude, I don't have any weapons.
I don't have you for the handcuffs. Face away from him before I say.
Unbelievable. So David's in cuffs. He says we're suspicious.
You need to get the chief out here. Who you need to get out here.
Jersey Village, guys. Jersey Village, guys. Jersey Village, guys.
1951, I'm almost there.
Not subjects of VMB. You're walking down the street. You're looking at a car because it's parked beside the road. That's not a crime.
You must not know what's going on.
Well, I'm trying to find out if y'all want to tell me.
Well, you just said you don't
Oh,
know.
walking down the sidewalk. It's not a crime. Looking at a car is not a crime.
If I have suspicious circumstances, I have a right to identify somebody and to leave them out.
No, you do not. 3802, pull it out, look it up. 3802, you only have to identify if you've been lawfully arrested. You're gonna go digging in my pockets, take my wallet out, and oh, that's bullshit.
He was also furious because the cop reached into his pockets and asked him one more time to call the chief. The cop just didn't care about that and continued to harass the other man. He tried really hard to get him to tell him his name, but the man didn't want to give up and kept insisting that they hadn't done anything wrong.
You don't get to go into my pocket and take my ID out of my wallet. Get the chief out here. Better check with your complainant. We didn't get near any vehicles. Don't worry, I'm going to get you some remedial courses in 3802. I'm going to arrange that for you. No.
After a while, another cop appeared, and the man explained everything to him. As you can imagine, the other cop too didn't know the law, and the man said that he had had enough talking to him and trying to explain things.
It's not a crime to look at a vehicle. And I don't even know what they've said we've done, but it's not a crime to look at a vehicle.
Can you get him identified? What's your last name? Your name. Okay. I'm going to call the DA's office for service identified.
Call him. Call him. I cannot believe you guys don't know this.
You understand that's arrestable?
It's not arrestable.
I'm trying to make this real simple.
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. I can quote you 3802 word for word. A person commits an offense if he has been lawfully arrested and fails to provide his name, and
I don't know
address.
what's going on unless I ask questions. What if someone's trying to break into your car? Would you want me to find out?
I
who
didn't
they are,
stop
what
you
they're
from
doing?
asking questions, but you look what you've done. Look at what you've
No,
done.
this is where you brought us because I didn't try to do this.
I didn't bring you
I
here.
just simply asked for
All
your
I did was walk down a public
because I
street.
have a lawful reason to ask for your
All right,
ID.
all right. I'm
because
done
of
talking to
suspicious
you. I'm done talking to
circumstances.
you. Because you don't know what you're doing. I don't know how you got those stripes, but you are clueless about what you're doing.
Calling the DA for failure to identify.
Then he went on to complain some more, but the cop didn't pay any attention to him as he was talking to someone on the phone. After he was done with that, the man dared him to charge him. The cop said that reasonable suspicion is a lawful reason to detain someone, and the man urged him to look up the statute 38.02, stating that being lawfully arrested is the only time you are required to identify yourself in Texas.
This is where you brought us because I didn't try to do this.
I didn't bring you here.
I just simply asked for
All
your
I did was walk down a public
because I have a
street.
lawful reason to ask for your
All right,
ID.
all right.
because
I'm
of
done talking to
suspicious
you. I'm done talking to
circumstances.
you. Because you don't know what you're doing. I don't know how you got those stripes, but you are clueless about what you're doing.
Calling the DA for failure to identify both.
Oh, come on. Who's that sergeant? What's that sergeant's name? Limerick? Is that his name? Limerick? Unbelievable. Unbelievable that you guys are this dumb about 3802. Have you not had your continuing training? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Are you live?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, I'm sitting in the back of a Jersey Village, Texas police car because I had a police officer. I wouldn't give up my ID.
He's on the phone with the DA.
He's calling the DA now trying to get charges on Patrick for failure to ID. Unbelievable. And the chief of police drove by and didn't stop. He's letting this happen.
I've never met him. Is that the older gentleman?
Yeah, I know who he is. I've got his business card in my car. He gave me a tour of the station, the back of the station, showed me his patrol car, the computers, everything. No! It's not against the law to look at a car. And that officer went into my pocket, took my wallet out, took my ID out of the wallet. That's not a Terry frisk. That's not a Terry frisk. You don't get to do that unless I've been arrested. Bring on my ass. I'm sitting here in the back of a police car in handcuffs. I just told you what happened.
That's what you tell me. I don't know. I got to figure out what's going on exactly.
So you're going to back the liar?
I don't know.
That's what you're doing. You're backing the liar. That's why we have a supervisor here to straighten this stuff out. That's what you're supposed to do. Unbelievable. Call the chief. Call the chief. Tell him David's sitting in the back of the patrol car in handcuffs. How do you guys not know 3802 when you're going to arrest somebody for it? Not even looking in vehicles or walking down the street, we look at a car and that's a crime? Unbelievable.
Okay. And we talked to you.
Even that's not sufficient for failure to ID. 3802 says lawfully arrested.
All I had was a report of somebody.
Unbelievable.
It's just an investigation.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It doesn't even qualify for investigative detention. You guys are stupid.
Okay.
Stupid.
It is a C. Failure to identify.
If you come off the arrest.
Yeah. Can't stand it.
Guys, before this gets out of hand,
It's already out of hand. You've deprived me of my freedom.
what's going on?
We're walking down the street.
But y'all live here. What do y'all do?
We're walking down a public street. It doesn't matter what we're doing, as long as we're not breaking the law.
Sure. So it is a class C.
It's not.
And then you all can be arrested for the class C if you choose. That's from the district
Just
attorney's
like
office.
resisting arrest. You
The
can't just
district
arrest
attorney's
someone for
office.
resisting
I have,
arrest.
All right, charge me.
I have
Charge me.
reasonable.
Charge me. Charge me.
I have reasonable.
Charge me.
suspicion.
Charge me.
I can.
Charge me.
Step over it.
Unbelievable. Do you not have the penal codes with you? Do you not have a
I
statute?
just called an attorney, the district attorney's office.
Unbelievable.
A reasonable suspicion is a lawful reason to detain and identify.
Not arrested.
I take detain.
Not arrested,
The detain. Detain. Look up the statute. 3802. Lawfully arrested is the only time you are required to identify yourself in
It
Texas.
says it's in the penal code. That's the law.
After some more arguing, they finally let the man go. He called out the cop one more time for reaching inside his pocket and said that he wasn't allowed to do that unless he had a weapon. In the end, he told the cop that he was going to see him in court.
Do you not have the penal codes with you? Do you not have a
I
statute?
just called an attorney, the district attorney's office.
Unbelievable.
A reasonable suspicion is a lawful reason to detain and identify.
Not arrested.
I take detain.
Not
The
arrested,
detain. Detain. Look up the statute. 3802. Lawfully arrested is the only time you are required to identify yourself in
It
Texas.
says it's in the penal code. That's the law. What do you have to say about that?
I didn't explain.
So-
Reasonable, this is a reasonable detention. You have a right to
Okay.
identify.
So you have a right to ask, not identify.
No, I have a right to identify, which means I can,
What penal code?
if I do that, I'll take you out to the jail and APIS you to get you identified.
Okay, you can APIS us, but you're gonna have to let us go because you don't have a charge.
Class C, failure to identify.
That's if you.
You've already robbed me of my identification. You get into my wallet. You stole my driver's license out of my wallet.
Your driver's license.
You stole it.
You
You stole it.
You said
You
just
stole
got
it.
detained, not under arrest. You can't go to
A
someone's
Terry
property
frisk doesn't let you go into somebody's pocket
unless they're arrested.
unless there's a weapon.
Tell you what, what's your needs?
Hold on. Go ahead. You said you're under.
Okay, guys, we're live here with News Now Houston.
They're arresting us for failure to ID in Jersey Village, Texas.
Jersey Village, Texas.
We don't do anonymous reporting. So pump out. You're getting
Oh, so
Oh,
now we're
now I'm
under arrest.
unarrested?
You're undetained.
He just told me I was arrested.
No, I told you you were detained.
You told us we're in the car. You're taking us to jail for a Class C.
No, we don't have a. It was an anonymous.
Unbelievable.
Caller. So we don't do that. Yes, sir. Can you give me your arm this way?
He then told the other man that they were going straight to the chiefs to complain about this incompetent cop and file a lawsuit. We don't know what happened, but let's just hope that the ignorant cop eventually got fired as a result of this incident.
Or I'm done. You guys will have extensive knowledge of 3802. This is bullshit.
I understand.
No, you don't understand yet. No, you don't understand yet. You don't.
You didn't give us fictitious.
No.
You
No.
gave no identification.
I gave no identification. Can I have my driver's license back, please? The one you stole out of my pocket. Now you don't even know what you did with it.
Driver's license, sir. Sorry about that.
All right, I'm headed to the station.
Sorry for the delay to your interruption to your day.
Oh, not as sorry as you will be.
Yes, sir.
Patrick, let's go. Let's go see the chief. We'll start with the chief, and we'll go from there. You did say he was under arrest. You said he was under arrest for a Class C misdemeanor failure to ID.
So why did you
That's
go
what you
into your
said.
pocket? And did you say you
Who
can't?
told you that? Who told you could do that? Where does that come from? That's not a Terry frisk. Terry frisk doesn't let you go in my pockets unless there's a weapon. You don't get to go in my wallet.
We'll see you in court. We'll see you in court.
I'll take care.
We'll see you in court.
Come on, let's go see the chief. Let's just go see the chief.
Next up, we have a young truck driver, a 23-year-old Jadarius Rose, already surrendering to the police with his hands already up in the air. Then you can see a cop, most likely a supervisor, saying not to release the dog because the man had already had his hands up. But another cop still released the dog and the animal went straight for the suspect, injuring him in the process.
Hey, that's a dog! Come to me! You don't want bit! On the ground, you're gonna get bit. Come to me, man!
Do not let them. Don't release the dog. Do not release the dog with his hands out.
The man started screaming and the cops carefully approached him and eventually managed to get the dog away from him. After that, they didn't care about his well-being, despite the fact that he was still screaming, and just went on to place him in cuffs. The canine officer who released the dog, Ryan Speakman, was first put on administrative leave and then fired from the department because of his involvement in this incident. As for the poor man who got bitten by the dog, he was eventually taken into custody, and troopers immediately provided first aid and contacted EMS to respond.
I got squad.
Yeah.
Don't get a call now.
Here we have a very rude cop failing to identify himself the proper way and accusing this man of disrupting traffic. The man calls him out on that immediately and says that he's just engaging in a First Amendment protected activity. He also said that he hasn't been in traffic and accused the cops of lying to his face.
Because I've committed no crime.
You're not saying you committed a crime.
You're not saying I committed a crime and you just tried to steal my property.
I didn't try to steal it.
Yes, you did. You said I am taking. You have nothing. You're not going to not allow me because you have no authority to stop me. Period. No authority to stop me.
I'm not going to let you do it, sir.
You have no authority to stop me.
He mentions that he's legally parked by the side of the road with a sign that is protected by the First Amendment. We learn that these cops received the call about the man being on the street, but the man says that's not true. He also accuses the cop of trying to steal his property and goes on to educate both of them on the law that he clearly knows better than them.
You wanted our attention, you got it. I
don't want your attention. Go the f*** away, road pirate.
You wanted our attention.
Go away, road pirates. You're standing here witnessing a man that just tried to attack me.
It's a shame. You got to bring your kid out here.
I'm teaching my kid not to respect pieces of like you guys are.
You're jumping in traffic.
You keep saying jumping in traffic. When did you witness this offense? Don't you came to me. You came to me. You came to me. You came to me.
Tell me that you're jumping out in front of them with the sign.
So they want to lick your boots. Let them.
Well, obviously they have a problem.
Well, that's it. And you know what I have? I go right over here.
They told him that he got their attention, which is something he clearly didn't want. He then goes on to call them road pirates. While they are arguing, one of the cops seizes the opportunity and takes away the man's sign, which infuriates him.
You're on the road, sir.
I'm not on the road. I'm not on the road.
You were on the shoulder.
Oh, the shoulder is not the road.
Part of the road.
It is not part of the road. I am not blocking the roadway. I am not in the roadway. I haven't jumped in the roadway.
Disrupting traffic.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Oh, so when you pull people over with radar, you're disrupting traffic because they're slowing down. That's your logic?
Yeah.
Put your hands on him. You see what this mother did? You see what he did? Don't put your hands on me. Do not put... Give me my property back. You piece of... Give me my property back. You see this? You tyrant piece of... You tyrant... What are your... badge numbers?
Step back, okay?
No,
don't walk up
no, you
like
stole my property.
You see anything in my hands?
You
stole your
piece
property?
of...
Have a nice day.
I want your badge number, you piece of shit. That is assault. You assaulted me standing right here, you piece of shit.
That you didn't even understand that's not assault.
Nicholas, you attacked me. Forcibly remove my property.
After quite a bit of yelling and asking for their badge numbers, the man accused them of lying once again and stealing his property. But the cops acted as if nothing happened.
You assaulted me standing right here, you piece of shit.
That you didn't even understand that's not assault.
Nicholas, you attacked me. Forcibly remove my property.
What statute is that?
It's called cop.
Oh, okay. All right, could you stop playing in traffic now?
I'm not playing in traffic, and you're getting a complaint, and you're getting a complaint, and I'm going home, making a new one up, and coming right back here.
Okay. And then we'll come back and stay out of the roadway.
I wasn't in the roadway, you piece of shit. So, you. You. Matter of fact, I'll just go to Walmart. Get some new stuff. Make a new one up. Okay. You just stole my property.
After a while, the man returned to his car, but the cops showed up once again, and this time they had a problem with him flipping them off. The man, still very angry because of the previous incident, reminded them that flipping them off isn't a crime and that it's considered free speech. But the cop argues with that and tells him that it is, in fact, disorderly conduct. The cop even goes as far as to threaten the man with arrest, and when asked about the reason for the arrest, he just says that he's going to arrest him because he's resisting arrest.
Good afternoon, sir. Corporal Douglas, Delaware State Police. The reason I stopped you is you had your hand out the window with
So what?
finger.
So what? It's constitutionally protected speech.
Is there a reason why you're doing that? Is there a reason why you're doing that?
You're stopping me for constitutionally protected speech, right?
Because you had your hand out the window.
This is what I did. You got a problem with that?
Sir, listen to me. Listen to me.
No.
All right, listen.
Go away.
Disorderly conduct.
No, it is not.
That is disorderly
That
conduct.
is called
If you were doing
freedom
it out in
of
the public,
speech.
If you are out in the public,
no,
you are out in the public and people see you.
No, it is not.
Here's what's going to happen.
No.
License, please.
No.
Here's what's going to happen.
I want your supervisor, please.
I am the supervisor. I am the supervisor.
License,
And that's why I'm here.
I'm going to reach into my pocket and
You're
get my
fine.
license.
You're fine.
And I'm going to take you to
You're fine.
court.
But here's what I'm telling you. Take it to court. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want you. I want you to take it to court.
But before we go any farther, you're pulling me over for what?
Because you
disorderly conduct.
You had your finger out.
Disorderly conduct
Now,
what?
here's what's about to happen. You're about to be arrested again for resisting arrest.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You're about to be arrested again for resisting arrest.
No, I'm not resisting anything.
Right now you're being detained.
For what?
You're being detained.
I told you why I stopped you already, sir.
For putting my middle finger up. That's correct?
Correct.
No, exactly.
Right. You extended your arm out the window.
No, I had my middle finger out the window.
Okay, let me get your ID.
You had your middle finger out the window. Okay, yes. And that's what I said. You had your middle
So the
finger
next
out the
thing to
window.
do, we're going to take you in, we're going to tow the car, and we'll call social services for the kid.
Oh, so
and
now
the
you're
dog.
threatening. Now you're threatening my
No,
child.
it's not
he's
a
telling
threat.
what's
It's
gonna
a
happen.
promise.
You're threatening my child now.
I'm telling you what's going to happen.
Thank you very
Just let
much.
us have this
Thank you very much.
information. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm going to set this camera here to keep
That's
track
good.
of you
I
people.
want to be on camera. But make sure you also record yourself so you can see how you're acting.
They stole my property. I was alongside the road. Let me get you the ID because I'm going to take you to court and sue you.
Okay.
You think you've done something here. What you did is you got
Thank you.
yourself
The
in trouble.
registration insurance, please.
So I want to get this clear one more time. You pulled me over for a constitutionally protected activity, right?
I pulled you over because you had your finger.
Because I
your
flipped
arm
you
and your
off
finger.
because you stole my property.
Okay. Registration insurance, please. You already know
Can you
how I
close
feel
that door
about
so the
you.
dog doesn't get out, please? You had no right to open my door.
Yes,
Well, how are you going to hand us that?
I can hand you the paperwork.
Okay.
So you. You opened my door with no justification to do so.
All right, sir.
They don't even know what they're saying at this point. The man still gives them his documents and they cite him for improper use of hand signals. The man argues with that, but the cop just throws the ticket in his car. The man eventually filed a lawsuit against these dirty cops for First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, and due process violations, and in the end, the Delaware State Police had to pay $50,000 to resolve the lawsuit.
Oh, no. I did not improper use of hand signals. Say what you did it for.
Next day.